Hello to everyone. In this video now I'm gonna share how was my REVIT gear, jacket, pants and boots on this long trip from Varna to Magadan and back. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. Welcome back. The REVIT gear that I used on this trip is Offtrack 2 jacket, Dominator GTX 2 pants and the second version of Expedition H2O boots. During this trip I had temperatures between 3 and 36 degrees. I experienced any kind of weather conditions: hot days, cold days, rainy days, muddy days, very windy days, or everything at the same time. I had also a lot of dusty moments. I said any weather and riding conditions, but I just realized that I haven't tested the gear on snow and also during crash accident. But to be honest with you guys, I really hope that I won't be able to make this test anytime soon. The first question that you might have now is probably why with Offtrack 2 jacket? Why not with Sand 4 or Dominator GTX, which is Gore-Tex even better? And the answer actually is very simple, because the Sand 4 jacket I tested last year around Europe, and the Dominator GTX I had for many years. I know exactly what it is. Offtrack 2 jacket was new to me, and this was the perfect opportunity to test it in real travel conditions. In my opinion, this is the best way to understand the whole conception of the model. I tested before this layer system from REVIT. You have basically the jacket and you have warm layers and waterproof layers. On the old models Offtrack and Sand 4, the waterproof membrane is supposed to be underneath. But this now, on this, they designed it to be used on the top of the jacket. And it is actually very useful. Let me show you. So this is the actual rain cover. It looks like a really nice jacket. And you can put it on the top of the jacket just like this. And then zip it and you're good to go. Now let me tell you the funny reality. I underestimate the weather condition on Magadan area. I thought that I'm not gonna face temperatures below 15 degrees Celsius, but I was wrong. And because I underestimate that, I left this nice, soft, warm layer, which looks actually like a great jacket. I left it at home because, as I said, I did not expect any temperatures below 15 degrees. But I was wrong. Everything was fine when I was riding in Europe, and then the European part of Russia all the way to Baikal Lake. Every day was like between 20 and 30 degrees, nice. I need to open all the vents and everything was perfect. But since I left Baikal Lake, the temperatures dropped significantly. So every day was 15, 12, 10, early morning, 8 degrees. When I went to Omiakon, it was 3 degrees. It was also 3 degrees in Susuman. So 95% of the time I needed to ride with this rain jacket on the top because of the cold. So yes, it was chilly in the mornings, but thanks to this rain jacket and thermal underwear that REVIT sent me, I was able to go through these cold days. And once again, just to clarify it for you, it was my, not REVIT mistakes. They sell the jacket with this warm layer and the rain cover layer. It was my mistake that I decided to leave it at home. Anything else was perfect. The jacket is very comfortable, very light compared to Dominator GTX model. Also, I like very much the colors. Keep in mind that I still haven't washed it. When I wash it, it will be even better. But yeah, so far so good. I liked everything. No complaints at all. Ventilation is very good. As you can see, you can open these big pockets like this. I can do it even while I ride. And also it has these big zips on the sleeves, so the airflow is going easily from here and getting out from the two pockets on the back. So yes, perfectly for temperatures between 20 and maybe 35, maybe 40 degrees. I haven't tested on so hot days, but up to 36, it is just perfect. And let me now tell you a few words about this Dominator GTX 2 pants. In combination with the thermal underwear, they work absolutely brilliant. After so many hours in the rain and so many cold days, I never got even a drop of rain and I never felt the cold. They were brilliant, as I said, no complaints at all. They are also fine on the hot days because of the big ventilation pockets that they've got here on the front side. Not only this, but they also got a big ventilation on the rear, exhaust ventilation, and this is very helpful, help to the airflow to go through your legs and actually cool you down. And the reason I prefer to have Gore-Tex pants instead of off-track gear or sound gear, it's because I don't need to think about the rain when it comes. So this layer system, the jacket that I show you on the top, is great because I can stop for just a minute, have the jacket and continue, but it's not the same with the pants. It requires a lot of time. You have to stop, remove your boots, put your rain cover, then the trousers on the top. It's a slow process, and when you don't know what will be the weather in the next 15 minutes, it's a pain in the ass. So this layer system, especially on the pants, on the trousers, might work really well in the local rides when you know exactly what the weather will be, so you can prepare in advance and have more comfort. But on the long trips, I will always prefer to have Gore-Tex pants. Let's now talk about footwear, or to be more precise, this Expedition H2O boots. I did the whole trip from Varna to Magadan and back, 39,000 kilometers with it. So I believe this is the most completed road and off-road test that you can find at the moment. Maybe someone will do it in the future, but at the moment this is the most completed test on these boots. And I can tell you that after they have made some modifications compared to the first model, actually I have made a detailed video about it before the trip. You can watch it somewhere here. I highly recommend to go and watch it first and then come back here and continue watching this. So after they have made the changes, now I'll say they are almost perfect. There are a few moments that need to be considered, but besides of that, they are almost perfect. And as you can see, I did not even wash them. The rain did it many times for me, many rivers, a lot of rain, but I never wash it and they still work absolutely brilliant. They brought me to thousands of miles in some of the most raw conditions in the world without any problems, always with warm feet, comfortable and well protected. On some days I was riding for more than 8 hours in heavy rain. The only moment when I saw them wet was when I was riding or walking in deep rivers. By the way, it was very difficult to dry it after that. When I finally reached Magadan, it was around 12 degrees, cloudy weather, and apartment that I was staying hadn't got even a terrace. So I needed to buy a heater and point it into the boots for one day, otherwise they will never dry. The last thing that I wanted was to ride back with wet feet. So the only thing that I can say right now is well done, REVÍT, well done. As I said, there are a few moments that REVÍT need to consider, and the first is the design. All of this look great, but I don't really like how they bend here. You can see when they bend them, they look horrible. Maybe they have to reconsider the design here, but thankfully they changed this rubber. Now the rubber is much higher, so it does not crack for now. But beside of that, the only second moment that I don't like, and I'm sure that many won't like, this is the price. 700 euros. They are bloody expensive. Now you might say, hold on, Pavlin. REVÍT gave you all of this expensive gear for free. Why should I trust you? Well, you don't have to. You can believe or trust in whatever you like, but always keep in mind that REVÍT became my sponsors because I was using REVÍT gear for many years, not the other way around. Also, during the last 5 years since I'm sponsored from REVÍT, I have met so many different people everywhere around the world. If anyone ever heard me complaining from my riding gear, please write it down in the comments. It will be so interesting to read it. That is everything for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Press like or dislike, whatever it deserves. If you subscribe, even better. If you want to watch the detailed episodes of my last trip, you can do it on my second channel, Motorcycle Adventures Live. Every Thursday I will upload one episode. For now, I will keep it between 15 and 20 minutes, but I may change it in the future and make it a little bit longer. All the details will be in the description down below. See you next time. Ciao.